Hi, this is Not the Girl Next Door show, and I have Lovely Silent with us today. Can you guys introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about the band?
Yep. So I'm Hyde. I'm the guitarist and co-founding member. And
my name is Ike, and I'm the vocalist and the founding member. And yeah, we're from the band Lovely Silent, and we're based out of Chicagoland in Illinois.
So how did you guys meet? How did you guys get together, and what made you decide to do this band together?
Well, we met in the hospital when my mom birthed me, being the younger brother. Yeah, grew up together. But yeah, no, we're brothers. So yeah, we were in a couple bands before Lovely Silent, and we kind of just kept on upgrading until we were doing something that we love.
Yeah, that's pretty much how we met. And then as for the other band members, like our drummer, Abraham, we met him in one of our previous bands, and when that band broke up, we all just founded this band, Lovely Silent. So that's how that happened. And we've been friends for a very long time.
Now, for the listeners who haven't heard you guys, what kind of sound do you guys encompass? What kind of music would you go to describe yourselves as for people who had never heard your music before?
Well, the technical like genres would be post-hardcore and metalcore, that we really cover, and I would throw rock in there, just like hard rock. But yeah, for really our music is for like fans of Asking Alexandria, Memphis May Fire, of Mice and Men. Those are some big bands that we are very influenced by and sound similar to, at least we think.
Yeah, I would definitely say post-hardcore as well. I have to admit, like, I'm kind of old school, so it kind of took me a minute to get into music like this, like, because you know, I grew up on some Pantera and things like that, so it was, you know, I never really pushed into like metal, but then when I first heard like music where there's clean vocals or melodic vocals and then heavier aggressive vocals, I was like, what is this? You know, years back I was like, what is going on? You know, but it grew on me, and yeah, I think The Plot in You was probably the first band that I liked like that. Yeah. I like Landon Tours by himself too, but yeah, I love it. I love your guys' sound. So you kind of went over some of your musical influences. Let's talk some more about your musical influences, like that helped shape you guys, the sound that you have now.
Yeah, when we were like younger, we grew up a lot of like I don't know, rock like Skillet, I don't know, Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, bands like that, and a bit of punk like Rise Against and My Chemical Romance, but just that's kind of like in our background, like all that music is just like there, I don't know. And then now, like over the last few years, we've both really gotten into like metalcore and metal and like bands like Of Mice and Men and stuff like that. I don't know. We're also influenced by other like it's kind of cool because my brother, he can tell you, like, we're influenced by different like bands and different, like even different genres and stuff, and that kind of comes out in our writing when we're writing metal music, but our influence is coming from like classic rock or, you know, jazz even sometimes. Kind of cool.
Like for me, I'm influenced a lot by like Frank Sinatra and like Sam Cooke and even like Jim Croce, like all these random like older music. Yeah. So that's where like a lot of like my influence comes from, because I think it's really cool to incorporate like those, even like those like the rhythm you would find in that classic music into metalcore. It gives a whole new, fresh, like, perspective on it. So
completely understandable. Now, when you guys actually do write music, you said that both of you guys write, or so is there two writers? Do you guys just get together and throw it together? Does one person like write the musical aspect of it for any instrumental parts of it, or how does it work? Is it complete collaborative or?
Yeah, the writing kind of varies how we do it. Like sometimes it'll be my brother here. He'll have like a rant, and he'll just start writing stuff down, things like emotions he has or something about a situation, and he'll send me this big long text of words, and I'll just start picking it apart and turning it into lyrics, and it's cool because like I just get inspired by like having some kind of content, and then just start writing a song off of what he was talking about.
Right.
And then other times it's just I have something in my head and I want to write down some songs, some lyrics, and then we'll meet up and he'll have some guitar riffs he's been working on. We'll just put them together, and then when the whole band comes together to write, we just start playing stuff, trying different things, and see how things work out. So far, it's worked out pretty good. It's a good process.
Yeah, and then like obviously like when you get into the studio with like producers,
things change.
Kind of pick it apart and make it commercial ready. But huge shout out to Jake Jones and Robert Venable being awesome.
Yeah, they produced our EP. Yeah. Did a great job.
Tweet me.
Now, when you guys put it all together and get out and do a live show, how does that feel to see people like rocking out to your music or like singing your lyrics and, everything come to fruition like when you go to play a concert?
Yeah. Best way I can describe it is that meme with the grizzly bear surfing on the shark while shooting like 2 machine guns. That's the best way to describe it.
Pure adrenaline.
Yeah. No, it's really cool because like when you see somebody like just like so engulfed in the music and like actually going all out for it, it's really cool. Like because it's something that you've worked really hard and you get to see it pay off. And not only that, but like with our music, we're very very intentional about what we write, and we try and like bring hope to the people. And it's cool to see people come up to us after a show and like actually ask us questions about what we were writing about and what those songs mean, and we get an opportunity to like kind of spread some hope. So.
No, I have a question.
Yeah,
and go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say there's just the best feeling in the world when people like know your lyrics and stuff, and and when you can like. You have this power on stage. As a vocalist, there's a power that if you have a commanding presence, you can like control people. I know it sounds weird, but when you say like, I want to see a mosh pit or I want to see a circus pit or something, and they do it, that's like the coolest feeling, and it's like so awesome. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's pretty awesome. It's a good feeling.
Well, I actually have a question for you as a vocalist because, so I've been watching a lot of post-hardcore bands lately, and Afterlife is one of them. I'm actually going to see them on Saturday, and I think it's really hard. I think it's a really hard subgenre to do because, and that's what I kind of want some insight on, because vocally speaking, I mean, you go through the motions of like most vocalists do the hardcore parts and then they do the melodic parts both. So how is that on you? Because I know with Afterlife, when I watch some of their live shows, because I've never seen them live before, they use like backing tracks for some of the, because I can't imagine what a strain on your voice that would be to do those heavy parts like all the time, day in and day out. Do you find that challenging or?
Oh, it's definitely challenging for sure. Yeah, it's a little intimidating to be honest. When I first started, like we used to be in the little like softer rock, alternative rock stuff, and when I first started singing, I was just singing, nothing really heavy. And when we founded this band in 2015 or no 2017, sorry, all confused. When we founded this band, I was like, well, okay, so this is the genre we want to go for. This is the kind of sound we want, and I realized that. I love this music and I wanted to play it, but I realized that someone had to step up and be the vocalist and we wanted to be one of those bands where there wasn't 2 singers, it was just like one singer doing it all. And I realized it had to be me. And that was like a really scary thing because I was like, I've listened to these bands like Memphis Mayfire and they're super impressive, like these singers like Manny Mullins who can just like do it, they do both and like they do it well. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm that good. I've only been singing for like, a year. And it was just super intimidating. But I don't know, in the past year and a half or whatever, I used to play guitar. I really haven't played a guitar in like a year and a half because I've just been like focusing on like learning how to sing, like
right.
do this like right with the harsh vocals and stuff. And it's really just a process of learning. Like I find YouTube videos. I find like I have an instructor that kind of helps out with like learning how to like do it properly so I don't destroy my voice.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like a longer process. It's easy to just yell, but to do it properly is key. So I don't know. I've just been learning how to do it like properly, and I'm in a pretty good place now. It used to be terrible for sure. Sounded like I was like dying.
Dying goof.
Yeah.
It was like the goat scream.
Yeah. Yeah, that app. Yeah, but it's for sure. It's intimidating. It's very hard. But I can go for I don't know, when we do rehearsals, sometimes I'm screaming and singing for 3 hours straight, and I'm okay. That's like where my endurance has become. So I feel like once you get into it and you're consistent about it, and you're like working out your because your voice is like a muscle.
Yeah.
Once you're consistent about it, and you can build up endurance, and then it's no problem. Did I actually answer your question?
Yeah, and I was just thinking, as a fan, you don't really think about that kind of stuff. I mean, you go to hear the music, but then when you watch videos on YouTube and you actually see the bands perform live, and it's just oh man, why are they using those backing tracks and stuff like that? And it's like, well, they kind of have to, because in every case, I mean, the studio, you have time to like edit and make things sound like they're supposed to, but when you're out there live, I can see how that would take a lot of training, or a lot of coaching, or a lot of practice, more so than like somebody who sings melodies or heavier stuff, because it's such a range of sound vocally. So
right. Yeah. And I mean, we do use backing tracks, but we use just a few spots with the vocals. I try and use as few as possible, because I really want to be.
None of the main parts are in the track. It's all just like harmony. Right. And,
I sing
like
every part of the song,
effects.
but only the harmonies and major vocal effects, because I just want to, honestly, maybe I'm a little egotistical, but I just want to be the best, so I don't want to have a fail-safe where I can like trust the tracks are going to cover up for me live. I just got to be that good,
That's not egotistical at all. I mean, as a fan, I would rather hear, indiscrepancies or you mess up, or it not be 100% perfect all the time than to hear those backing tracks like underneath the music. As a fan, that's what I personally think. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah. That's. I mean, if I was paying for a ticket, that's what I would want. So,
yeah.
Right.
So do you guys have any crazy fan stories or crazy concert stories to tell us about any of the shows? Because I can imagine some of your shows can be you guys are a bit high energy. Some of the shows can be a little bit brutal.
I guess we have. I mean, we shared the stage a couple months ago with Fight the Fury. I don't know if you know who they are, but
yes, I do.
The guy who's still at John Cooper, his like side metal band, Yeah. So we shared it with them. We opened for them. That was pretty cool. And we got pretty intense mosh pit going. That's kind of what I was like alluding to earlier. Like, I told them to go, and they went, and it got pretty rough. But I mean, that's probably the craziest thing. We don't have any like stalker fans really. A couple, okay, but nothing to write home about. It's just, I mean, a couple of creepy people. Nothing like somebody trying to like attack us or pull our clothes off or anything. We're not that cool yet.
All our fans are pretty cool.
We do have very chill, very cool fans.
Very respectful.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys do a lot on social media? Do you guys do a lot on social? Sorry, do you do a lot on social media? Like, do the fans like follow you on social media to a T? And do you guys do a lot with like Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, things like that as well?
Yeah, Instagram mostly. It's kind of a thing where we're trying to like see where technology's headed and how the music business is changing and how social media is changing, and trying to like predict what's going to be the next biggest thing and where we should be as a band and like promoting. And honestly, Instagram's really where we're investing most of our time and money.
It's where we've gotten the most interaction, it's the most profitable for us, fan-wise.
And we've been steadily growing our fan base on Instagram, especially all of them, Facebook, Twitter, all of it, but Instagram especially has been the biggest. And we have a pretty good following now, especially since where we were a year ago. So
yeah,
definitely. Now, if you guys could pick the ultimate tour, and you could pick any bands to tour with, and they could be current bands, they can be bands from back in the day, dead or alive, it doesn't matter. Who would you guys want to build the ultimate tour with?
I think for me,
it'd be very different for both of us.
Yeah. I'd want to go on tour with like Elvis.
But as this band, you'd want to tour with Elvis? It would make no money.
I think it'd be cool though. Well, Elvis would bring people. No, no. As far as like realistic but not realistic, genre-wise, I would want to tour with Of Mice and Men pre-Austin leaving the band. No disrespect to the new Of Mice and Men, but I love Austin. And then asking Alexandria, not to stay by our way war, and I Prevail. For sure, yeah.
I guess it's not too far from what I would have said. I was going to say I Prevail, Wade War, and Attila would be a really sick tour. And maybe like Born of Osiris in there, or Silent Planet would be really cool.
I think those are good fits. I mean, I think that all of those bands would be a good fit for you guys to be in with as well.
Any of the bands just previously mentioned?
It would also be kind of cool to tour with like an EDM artist or something like Skrillex or something would be cool. I think that could turn out well.
Yeah.
Like a good mix, like to get the EDM people into the music too. So do you guys have any tours in store, or what does the rest of 2019 have in store for the band?
2019.
Glory.
Yeah.
Pure glory.
Nothing confirmed tour-wise. Mm-hmm. We are in the studio currently shooting demos. We're shooting them back and forth with our good buddy and producer, Jake Jones.
Jamie.
But we're really trying to focus on building a fan base before like going on tour, because like you need to be able to make money on the tour, and like you might get like 20 people that will come buy your shirt, but you need something like people that are there for you, not just because they coincidentally like you. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're really focusing on like building. So for this year, we're really focusing on building like an internet presence, YouTube mostly, and social media, and releasing whatever new music we're releasing. Like we're recording it right now, really, but what we're planning on releasing is just going to be like, I don't know, we haven't decided yet, I guess, but we're probably just going to be releasing some singles and see what people are liking with our new music and stuff, and then just pushing that through YouTube and social media.
So will you guys release like most bands have been doing, like single by single by single too?
Yeah, it's like I don't know why, but
I mean, yeah, it's like right now the music industry is kind of like the Wild West right now. Like there's no rules.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to find a good way to do stuff, so might as well try stuff. So
right.
It doesn't like CDs aren't selling like they used to, so there's really no point in doing an album because that's the worth of the CD is it's got multiple songs on it. But people are used to streaming. Which they only listen to 3 songs off of an album anyway. So
yep, their attention spans have lessened.
Yeah, so why spend a ton of money on a whole album? Do a couple of singles, and that way you also get to really narrow in on what people are like.
Unless, of course, there's a record label out there listening that wants to sign us.
We won't say no to an album.
Well, this is where you are guys going to plug what you do have right now. Where can people find your music, your merchandise? Do you have a website? You know, we discussed you on social media, but where can people find the majority of your stuff when they want to purchase music, purchase your merchandise, or whatever you guys have available?
Yeah. Our website is currently down for maintenance, so you can't go there. But if you want to find if you want to follow us, we encourage you to go follow us on Instagram primarily. That's where most of our content is going to be. If you want to find our music, it is sold wherever music is sold.
Spotify, iTunes, Amazon.
Yeah. Pandora, all those great places. And as for like merch and stuff, just private message us over on one of our social medias at Lovely Silent Music. Except for on Facebook where it's just Lovely Silent. www.
Really didn't get the memo there.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, Facebook? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we would really, and YouTube, obviously.
Yeah,
YouTube. Go check out our single, The Game. The music video for it's pretty dope. Our friend Adrian Vieco did that. She's awesome. Adrian, message me. Okay.
Well, I'd agree. That is the song. That's the song that I found, and that's the song that I've been playing on Rock Read Radio for the past little bit now. So I agree.
Okay. Did you listen to the rest of the EP?
I listened to everything you guys sent me.
Okay.
Are you saying that that shouldn't be my favorite one, or?
Which is your favorite one? Yeah, that's what I was
The Game. Yeah, that's the first song I heard, and that was the song that I liked over. Why is there some consensus that that's not the one, the standout one, or something?
No. Okay, so this is where I might be the only person who's like this, and I'm not, hating or anything. It's not my favorite song. I like As I Fall is my favorite song on the EP, but I like them all. Obviously, I wrote them, but it's just funny. No, a lot of people really like the song. I'm very honored and flattered that people do like it, and it's kidding. I'm happy that it's at least one of my songs. No, yeah.
Well, I don't know. When I talk to bands, they're always surprised because they're like, they always have in mind what they think is going to be, the song that hits the hardest or hits the, the most popular. And, the bands will say, well, we never thought that one was going to be the one that was a stick-out song, so.
Yeah. For sure, I thought it was going to be I Am Alive. But I was wrong. I don't know which one it is right now.
I think is the top song.
Yeah, so we have, we kind of keep up on our own music. Which is, I don't know if that's nice or not, but
no,
I do it. But yeah, every so now and then we'll go and look at our things. I think it is Losing Play is not the top right now.
So play that one. No, I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Well, when you guys have new music or you guys have anything coming out, I would love to share it. Or if you guys want to come on the show to talk about new stuff you guys have going on, I appreciate you guys coming on the show tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This is cool.